motherfucker Tony. It's how people talk. I know people say, "Oh no." If you have said it at some point in time because you're human, that don't make it right.
Right.
And you shouldn't go on no crazy irate, thing. But I just hate that Hogan is the one that got caught, because I'm pretty sure Hogan is not the only one.
By far. So my question is, what are those cats that worked with Hogan over the years look at him now like? Or if they already looked at him in that light and said, yeah, I knew that already, type deal, like the Booker T's, the Stevie Rays, the whomever he worked with that was of African American, the Ron Simmons, those type of guys. What do they say now? Like the what's his name, Tony Atlas's and people, because I know Tony and Hogan hung quite a bit, but
I was gonna say, but from what I hear, I could be wrong. Hogan was always one of the locker room guys, even though
right,
he was jealous of the money and the screen time he got. They probably, when you know somebody, you know somebody. Things can get taken out of context, but they probably stand up for him. This is almost the same as someone coming out of the closet. Because those who know you've been doing that thing, they know you've been doing it. They still accept you. Like as you told me, that the audio I heard was from a couple years ago. Hogan clearly said that him and Booker T said it to each other all the time.
Right.
Hogan said, to Booker, I can say what's up, and it was cool. I think that's all. I think he's gonna take a big hit with his image amongst his peers, the newer fans, in the corporation, but he's still Hogan, man.
Right. He gonna still get some love, and who knows, TNA might need the help. TNA say, we forgive you, Hulk. Just come back, be Hulk Hogan. We need you bad.
TNA need more than Hawkster. They need more than Hawkster right now.
Remember, guys, this is Heels Over Faces. I'm Brian Lovelace. You can give me a follow on Twitter at BLovelace247. Brandon Davenport on the line. B, where can they reach you at, man?
Oh, you know it always. When you find him at, you can find me. Usually it's Mr. Dav1024 on the Twitter. OneTakePodcast.com, OTPN.us. Shout out to everybody at One Take. This is your first actual One Take show. You know what I'm saying? So,
definitely.
Big up to you. Everybody at One Take. That's where you can find me. And you can always find me at One Take. And also you can find me on GoingFor2.com. I got a fantasy blog. I'm not a fantasy blog. I got a fantasy podcast going, a series. We got a big little debate going, bloggers versus podcasters. Got a little war going for fantasy football. But that's it, man.
I mean, so now Hogan's been dropped from WWE. All his merchandise is gone. They've trashed even Axelmania's gimmick, so he's going for a repackaging soon. If if he survives from this, like, what if Curtis Axel's career doesn't rebound from this? That's crazy.
I'm gonna say this: I thought the Curtis Axel thing, the Axelmania in the Macho Miyazaki, I thought that was brilliant. But once again, the WWE did not capitalize on that. They should have been in the tag team scene, because you know what? I was eating that shit up. Like, I was like a 12-year-old kid again when they first came out on the TV. I didn't know what they were. You told me who they were. And I was eating that stuff up. But it ain't went nowhere. We haven't seen Axelmania in a match in weeks. He showed up last Monday to be a part of the people to stop Taker and Brock from going at it.
Right.
But it does have a direct effect on his career right now, because now you got to repackage Axel, who Curtis Axel really didn't work.
Right.
What was his name before? McGillicuddy or something?
Michael McGillicuddy.
That didn't work, so you came back and brought him out. Let everybody know that was Kurt Hennig's son and Axel's grandson, and you packaged the name together, and it really didn't catch no fire. So it does. It has a direct effect. Like, Hogan still affects wrestling to this day, and even with this move right here.
I mean, I've even heard rumors of him possibly getting removed from the WWE 2K16 coming out in October. That's in middle of production right now. So
I could believe that because for those who don't know, I'm a pop vinyl collector from the Funko Pop figurines.
right.
And Hogan price tag just went up, like because by WWE pulling them, they're no longer available on the website. So the stores that do have them, people were kind of like flocking to the stores trying to hurry and grab them. You know, kind of like that Floppy Bird situation. Since if WWE is serious about this, we may see the end of all the Hulk Hogan shows.
Right. It's gonna be a rarity to get you a red and yellow or yellow and red shirt now to rip up off you. Now that it's pretty much out of production for the moment. I mean, I'm pretty sure somebody like Pro Wrestling Tees or something of that nature will pick it up and give some rendition, but it not exactly Hulkamania Running Wild T-shirt that you got from WWE Shop or one of the wrestling shows. You'll probably get some rendition of it, but it's just astonishing that Hulk Hogan, the guy who basically saved wrestling, has been found guilty of these accusations. Man, it's mind blowing in the world of wrestling.
It's like I'm scared to have my kid look up to everybody because in the last couple months, people that we've looked up to have been found guilty of some nasty shit. I mean, Bill Cosby, man, was found guilty of some nasty shit.
If you didn't have a father figure at home, you had two of them on TV. I'm going to name them to you right now. Bill Cosby and Uncle Phil from Fresh Prince. Them were your father figures if you didn't have one at home.
I'll take Carl from the Winslows.
Him too.
Uncle Phil.
Him too.
I'll rock with Carl. Uncle Phil seemed like he was ashamed of Will more than the father. Uncle Phil reminded me of a stepdad that you can't wait till your mama leave the hell alone. Like, Uncle Phil always did for his kids first and kind of backburner Will in my eyes. Maybe that's because I was a stepkid.
But then again, Phil did have one of the most emotional moments with Will on television. And
everybody bring that up when the daddy. I mean, I actually didn't pay that no attention till like when he got on Facebook a couple months ago. I always used to turn from that part. I still don't like it. I mean, but
a lot of networks won't even show it. But back to the Hogan thing, it's crazy that these icons that we grew up knowing and loving, stuff coming out on them, man. Hogan is one of them. You got Hogan.
Yeah. It lets you know that they're human. Like, it lets you know
everybody makes mistakes one time or another in their life, but it's just outlandish. These things that are coming forth on Bill Cosby, on Hulk Hogan, on Pete Rose, where they're finally finding him guilty of what he did, and it's just
with Pete, I'll tell you this about Hogan. Out of all the former superstars, all the legends, I am more shocked to hear Hogan using that word in a negative way than anybody because Hogan seems so non-Southern style wrestling. Like, if you would have texted me this morning, said they got to take, bro, a Ric Flair saying nigga, I'm like, oh, okay. I wouldn't have been shocked. I was shocked that it was Hogan because Hogan loved everyone and is well perceived around the wrestling universe. I mean, like you said, him and Tony Atlas was thick as thieves. Him and Mr. T were actually boys. You know what I'm saying?
I forgot about T. Like, that's crazy. I wonder what T got to say.
He gonna say his mama told him about him.
He probably will. But you also got to think of Muhammad Ali and those guys that actually brought the fanfare to wrestling back then when WrestleMania came about.
Let's not forget Hogan's relationship with Michael Jordan.
Right.
Hogan actually has a deal with Jordan. Like Hogan, he wears all exclusive Jordans and stuff. Now, like Hogan has done so much with the African American community and in a positive way where people have nothing good to say about him. That Hogan, because if you hang, I don't care what nobody say. You hang with a person long enough, when the cameras go off, they never character shows.
Right.
And it's one person in wrestling that there's two people that I listen to, and when they speak, I feel like they're telling the truth. One is Michael P.S. Hayes. He holds no punches when he talks. And two is Booker T. Booker T is one of the ones that has that real, like for those of you who are not from the streets, when we say, I feel where he's coming from, Booker T is one of those ones you feel where he's coming from. Real, recognized, real.
Right.
And Book loves Hogan.
Right. I got one more for you. What about Hot Rod?
Hot Rod is one too, but you know, Hot Rod. Only thing about Hot Rod with me and Hot Rod is, Hot Rod is like that old stubborn uncle. Once he feel a certain way about you, he don't care. Like, you know, we talking 30 years later, they were scared that him and Mr. T was gonna get into a fight on stage. Like, he just, you know, Hot Rod. Same thing with Kevin Nash. Kevin Nash is another one who speaks the truth at all times.
Right. Kevin Nash is the guy that I know that do not care about kayfabe at all.
No, never did.
And he just let it loose. He don't care. It's all about the money. And that's crazy. But Hogan, man, it's just it's a dark day in wrestling. Only they can rebound from it and keep moving forward. From what I'm hearing, they're trying to get. They're in discussions to see who's going to replace Hogan on Tough Enough, which he also got removed from. And the name that's sparking up some sparks is some traction is Ric Flair. But man, I wouldn't have been surprised if it was Ric Flair or guys of that nature. But those guys have always been outlandish and you know Ric Flair's always been kind of on the cocky side and really holds his tongue for nobody.
Yeah.
And he from what I'm hearing, he's the main reason why WWE let Jim Ross go. But it was just tired of that. But it's one of them. I said this last time. It was more shocking today because the simple fact it was the Hulkster. He never showed you that. So I believe that everybody has a little bigotry in them. You can call it what you want. I believe everybody has a little, because that's how we've been trained. Against some type of race, everybody has a little bigotry in them. Everybody has everybody has a little of that in them somewhere, where they have some smart remark or something derogatory towards another man of another color. And that's today's society we live in, and it's hard that it's like that, but that's the world we live in today.
10 years ago, Hogan could have recovered from this. Now, it's over. It's a stone cold stunner. Over.
Yeah. So, my final question to you is, does Hogan get the Benoit treatment?
With the way this is now, I think he will. I think he will get it for a while, then it'll resurface. It won't be the complete Benoit treatment, because regardless of how you feel, Hogan and WWE, the F whatever, is synonymous together. They rose together. Hogan is the only wrestler that ever done a cover of Sports Illustrated. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like they rose together. So you can erase Benoit, because Benoit didn't have an impact, especially in WWF. He was more known for us WCW fans.
Right.
Benoit impact in WWF wasn't as sufficient as Hogan.
Right.
So
no one can touch Hogan.
It won't be the Benoit treatment. Yeah, it won't be the Benoit treatment.
Whew, man. If only Dusty were here to hear this, man. I mean, that would have probably been the first guy I would have heard, that we probably heard a comment from on the situation. Because Dusty...
And Dusty probably was come out and say, we all say me. Hogan just got caught. Now, I'll tell you who eating this up, who finally happy, that drunk-ass Ric Flair. He happy. You know, we get y'all, y'all don't know. I can't stand Ric Flair. Ric Flair is one fucking pity. I can't stand him, man. He's so mad because he was never able to live that